So tonight, a group of neighbors in West Seattle are looking at a serious fine for cutting down trees in order to improve their views. And we're talking about $440,000.
It's a lot of cash, and the city says it is a warning for anyone who lives along Seattle's green spaces and might be tempted to cut down some trees. Tim Joyce has a closer look.
A lot more green peeking out on this hillside, but what's missing from right behind me is about 70 plus trees, all about 6 inches in diameter, that were chopped down in 2016. The city says the reason these dozens of trees were chopped down was so some of the neighbors at the top of the hill could have a better view. This is the view from the front deck of Marty and Carrie Reamer's house on 35th Avenue Southwest. Their new partial city view will cost them roughly $220,000 in fines. Their neighbors across the street face the same fine for cutting down dozens of trees in the city green space.
Trees are a vital resource, and this settlement puts people on notice that the city will not ignore any unauthorized cutting of city trees.
They're the harshest penalties leveled against tree cutting vigilantes since 2003, when a federal judge living in the Mount Baker neighborhood cut down more than 100 city-owned trees. Here in West Seattle, the city attorney says the fines would have been even harsher had the Reamer and Harrelson families not named 11 other neighbors who may have been a part of this and a separate clearing of trees nearby. These 11 neighbors now face a separate lawsuit for damages.
Safety is safety, and that green belt's probably there for a reason.
The steep slope that was clear cut is above Admiral Way and approaches to the West Seattle Bridge. The city says Admiral Way alone carries more than 25,000 vehicle trips per day.
That's a pretty steep fine, but you know, we do need the green belt, and it is against the laws.
The city attorney says in Washington state the penalties for timber theft are still quite stiff. Possible criminal action could have involved either misdemeanor or felony charges.
Penalties have to be strong enough so that those with financial means don't see this as sort of a shortcut. Pay a small settlement and get your views.
The city says bottom line, these views don't belong to any of us, and that the trees themselves are public property belonging to all of us here in the city of Seattle. And also, they add, the trees do two important other functions. Besides blocking views, they actually clean the air and they help hold up some of these steeper slopes. In West Seattle, I'm Tim Joyce, Q13 News.
Still, that fine is incredible, but clearly designed to send a message.
Well, the city says about $100,000 of this settlement is going to go to a fund for the mayor's Green Jobs campaign for youth and summer camp programs. So the money is going to be put to good use, some would say.
Yeah, kids benefit, which is good. The rest of the money will be used to stabilize those slopes, clean the dead trees, and plant some new ones.